Anyway, I don't like young people. I certainly don't want to meet one of them.
He's not young people, he's a person, isn't he? He's not representative of the old generation.
Yeah, have you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen. Look, there's one there. There's another one. Oh, look at that one. That's a girl, that one.
You know what I mean. They think they know it all, don't they? They're slovenly, rude, opinionated.
Yeah, well, he reckons he's got Steve Benson in his pocket.
Oh, Benno?
Yeah, old Benno. Yeah, fair play, wasn't he?
Fair, he's brilliant. Have a few drinks the night before, he'd still pop a couple of goals in the net the next day. And this, what's his name?
Justin.
Oh. He reckons he knows Benno, does he?
Yeah, he gets about a bit.
Look, move it, superstar.
The ankle.
You can hobble to the bar.
Well, maybe you're buying them, darling.
Oi! This is supposed to be a training session.
Who told you that? I'll be back in a minute.
Who is he? An agent from Real Madrid? A media man?
He's me counsellor from AA.
You don't have to take all that, do you?
Yeah, I do. I can't even get the first team.
But they can't even lace your boots.
Yeah. What's the score with your man?
Daley, I've got to meet with him. That's why I've got to know about the deal.
I don't know.
He's well known. That's why I've got to know.
Right. I can get 2,000 tickets for the England-Scotland game. Cash on a nail, face value. You sell them on the open market for whatever you can get. You fix your own price.
Double, treble, even more, eh? The old jocks will rob banks to get them tickets.
Right. That's why it's big. I could be a marked man for this. I usually do business with Phil. I collect all the tickets from the players in London. But what do I get? Peanuts. He takes me for granted. Why should I make him richer? If I had the money, I'd buy the tickets myself. But I haven't. And you're potless.
Slightly embarrassed.
You're skint, Justin.
It happens to us all.
Look, I'm relying on you. I mean, I don't know the villains and gangsters. That's your game.
Bloody right, that's my game.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello.
May I take the cup, please?
There he is up there. Where? Playing the piano.
Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Mills.
Come here, star. The great man, Il Sino Daley. Numero uno.
You what?
I tell you what, this is one of the greatest days of my life. Come sit there, come sit there. Glass of Suave? And how did I know you like Suave, eh? I didn't know, I just knew.
Arthur, this is Justin.
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
Cool, Arthur. Lay back. See that? He's sizing me up, the old fox, eh?
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I still can't believe it. Me sitting with you, Arthur. I mean, you don't mind me calling you Arthur, do you, Arthur? Nah, of course not.
No, that's perfectly all right.
Justin.
Justin. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, in my book, you are an hero. I mean, you're up there with the stars. Bogey, Edward G, George Raff. Did you know him?
Who?
George Raff, when he came to London.
Oh, yeah, we had a few words, you know.
Yeah, I'll bet, eh? And I've also said to Terry, I said, Terry, you are privileged to work with Arthur Daley.
When did you say that?
Oh, I told you dozens of times. See, you can help me, Arthur. You've got it all, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience. See, me, I'm just starting on the ladder. A mere apprentice. It's like Leonardo da Vinci. Now, he had the idea, the grand design, and he had all these other wallies, well, like apprentices, who'd paint in a nose or a tree or a bit of sky. But you see, they was learning, which is why I'm grateful to break bread with you, Arthur.
Yeah, well, talking of bread, any chance of seeing a menu?
Oh, sorry, Tel, I do go on a bit, don't I? Mario?
Just a bit.
See, the trouble is, you do not understand ambition, Terence. The kind of advice I can give this young man, you do not get in colleges.
Signore, I want you to meet Mr. Daley. A man of respect, if that's the expression.
Uomo rispettato. After Daley, then I am delighted to meet you. Many people talk about you.
Oh, really?
After Daley, I would rather have you in my restaurant than Igor Norrone. Please, enjoy yourself.
What a nice man.
Ah, he's a diamond, old Mario.
Yeah, it's just as well, isn't it? His partner was after you a year ago. You sold him a Merc.
Who?
His partner, what's his name? Angelo. Yeah, the one who sent you a solicitor's letter.
As usual, you got it all wrong, haven't you? That man had a little cafe in the Harrow Road. Anyway, how was I to know it was stolen? Judge said I was a mere prawn in the game.
And the jury said you were a prune.
I still got all for the £300 fine, though, didn't I?
See, this is it, Arthur. You can help me. You know all the dodges. You are a total, thorough, unmitigated rogue. And that's why I admire you.
Got him in one.
I think I'll just have the spaghetti bolognese. Now, I understand you've got an offer that I may have to reject.
No, Arthur.
Suddenly, I don't hear from you.
Yeah, well, I've been busy.
What are you talking about? You don't even play. I don't even see your name in the papers anymore. We had a meet last week, so what's going on? You didn't show. I've been very generous to you, Benno.
Oh, yeah? Who are you kidding?
But most people don't want to know about you. But I'm a sentimentalist. I can remember when you was a fine player.
How would you know?
But don't get clever with me. We need to have a serious discussion about the Tartan army.
Yeah, well, I'm having negotiations with other people.
What people? There are no other people. There's Keith Prowse and me. If McEnroe wants briefs for Wimbledon, he comes to me, and he's playing there. Don't give me all that stuff about other people.
Yeah, well, they're well connected.
Connected with who?
They're top men.
What's that supposed to mean? They got a sauna club in Upper Norwood?
They've got muscle.
You want to know about muscle? Well, there's Cedric. And 100 more. Tell your friends that.
Old Benson's got a friend who works in the office at Wembley Stadium. And he's going to get 2,000 tickets for the England-Scotland match.
Nicked.
No. He's got to settle the books. Because you know now, you have to apply by post for the ticket. And you have to live in England. That's to stop the Scottish flooding sacred turf.
Well, that's right. They were going to go to race relations, weren't they?
Yeah, anyway, he ignores some of these letters, and this is the beauty of it. He's going to keep 2,000 tickets. I mean, it's all legal. They don't mind as long as they get their dough. So I said to old Benno, I said, there's only one person who can handle this, Arthur Daley. I said, you got the contacts, you got the muscle, and you got the organisation. Sod Phil.
How much?
Well, so it's 2,000 tickets, £8 each, that's 16 grand, so a drink for him, 2 grand, so 18 grand.
How much?
18
No, I heard what you said.
No, I'd like to hear it again.
Well, I mean, you treble that in a week, even more.
You want me to lend you 18 grand?
No, Arthur, not lend. I mean, it's an investment, isn't it? We'll split the profit, and obviously you get the lion's share.
Oh, thank you very much, Tom.
Well, I thought you would have grabbed it. It's like printing money, isn't it?
The impetuosity of youth, eh? If you want to know about wisdom, my son, suss it out first. When anyone offers me a bargain, I know there's a catch.
There is no catch, honest.
That is the catch. When I hear the word honest, I reach for my solicitor.
Trust me.
Why?
Nah, you're right. Who needs trust? I'm being very naive.
You are indeed, my son.
But I'm learning now, aren't I? I've got 2,000 tickets for the England-Scotland match. Have you got any contacts in Scotland?
Of course I have.
No, I mean big.
Tell him.
What?
Well, tell him about Big Hamish.
Oh, him?
Well,
Well, he's Scottish, he's big. He's not called Jimmy. No, he's called Hamish. He's violent. He's
yeah,
a
never mind
right
about
clean
all that.
and
He's a personal friend of mine. Top man, chairman of the board. Know what I mean?
Right, we'll phone him right now. Mario's got a phone.
He's a goer, isn't he? 18 grand?
I think he likes you.
Yeah. Some people do, you know.
Not a bad drop of ammonia, that?
Yeah, the brandy's not bad either. Hold up.
Well?
Hamish? Oh, yeah, sure. He was in the middle of his mince and totties, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Well, when he's had his rhubarb and custard, he'll hop on the Intercity, and there you go.
A result.
Justine, early days, eh? Salad.
We would like to apologise to passengers who travelled on this service.
You like Hamish? He's a bit of a rough diamond, but,
But what?
he's all right. You'll like him. And Justine, not too much rabbit, eh?
Stone. You're the governor.
Don't you forget it.
You booked him into a hotel?
No. I thought you could keep at your drums. Okay?
No.
Terence, he's a colleague.
He growls.
You what?
He growls and he mutters. And then he attacks. I had 3 fights the last time he was down. That's the one, innit? Platform 7.
Yeah, look, it's here.
13:30 from Manchester, due to arrive at 16 now go to the station.
Is that him?
Where? Nah.
Hey, looks like a growler. I'm big enough.
Oh, where is he?
Are you Mr. Daley?
Oh, don't creep up on me like that.
I'm very flattered. Hamish couldn't come. I'm the open razor.
What?
Razor. You can call me Alasdair. Nice to meet you, Arthur.
Oh, nice to meet a friend of Hamish.
I'm afraid your man is unavoidably indisposed. He's in the hospital.
Never. What's he got?
2 broken legs, broken wrist, dislocated shoulder, multiple cuts and abrasions.
Oh, dear.
Street accident?
Aye, it was in the street. This your wee gang, then?
Oh, it's Terry. Justine.
Hamish says you're a good man to do business with.
Oh.
Owner.
You what?
I'm talking to the top man. He's met them all. George Raft, Murder Incorporated. He is nationwide, coast to coast. You ain't talking to some little gobbles tearaway now. This is Arthur Daley, capiche?
Who is he?
Who's with me?
OK, chaps. You're marking my card. Fine.
That's right. I mean, here we were, ready to welcome old Hamish, coughing and growling and spitting, and you turn up in the Alan Wicker gear. I mean, we just got to adjust, don't we?
Yeah, thank you, Justine.
Well, I mean, it's his attitude, isn't it? I mean, it's a seller's market.
I'm booked into the Holiday Inn, Swiss Cottage. You know the way, Mr. Daley?
Yeah. See? He don't growl, do he?
Not yet.
You mean we ain't on the firm?
Apparently not, no. It's all high finance now, isn't it?
Well, he ain't going to stitch us up, is he?
Who's us?
Me and Benson. I mean, he is honest, isn't he? The great man.
No.
Oh, now you tell me.
Well, work it out for yourself. He's been around a long time, Arthur, isn't he? He knows the worth of a pound. Anyway, I don't know what you're going on about. I mean, you had nothing yesterday, did you? And tomorrow, you might have a few bob. Fair enough, innit?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anyway, I wouldn't worry about Arthur. It's the other bloke you should start thinking about.
Oh, that's a bit steep, Arthur. 35 grand. That's what, about £17.50
Yeah.
per ticket? Steep, Arthur, steep. My people won't like that.
Well, you've still got Andy Profit. Well, I mean, them jocks, some of them, they'd commit murder to get a ticket.
Aye, they would.
Oh, well, that was a figure of speech, obviously.
No. You got it right the first time.
Yeah, well, they do like their football, don't they?
Just for a second, let's forget about the tickets. I just want you to concentrate on the logistics of the big game, yes? Let's say that 10,000 or maybe 20,000 people, punters, are converging on Wembley from Scotland. Let us assume that each punter has in his pocket £100. That's a liberal assessment. This is an army on the move. £100 times 10,000 equals 1 million. A million, Arthur. I'm giving you that. All you've got to do is get the money out of their pockets. From the moment they cross the border, they're fair game. They've got to be fed, sheltered, and, more importantly, refreshed. It's a remarkable prospect, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Tickets. Ha. How's your glass, Arthur?
Oh, well, yeah, I could handle a drop. Are you suggesting partnership?
That's it. Mind you, I still have to see other people.
Well, I do.
Do you know a man called Phil?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Phil's all right if you want to go to the Royal Ballet. But if you want breeze for England, Scotland, I'm your man.
We've worked with him before. He says he can get any Manchester tickets.
Does he?
Aye.
Yeah. Old Phil's a dreamer. He don't realise that I've taken over.
I like your confidence, Arthur. Are you ready to go to Glasgow, put the tickets on the table, meet my associate, shake hands?
Well, there are one or two details.
In principle, I mean.
Oh, yeah, in principle.
And Glasgow, maybe tomorrow.
Glasgow, eh?
The natives are quite friendly.
Yeah.
What's he doing? We're over here. Arthur. Sometimes I worry about him. Where's he going? Hey! Hey, what are you doing?
No, I'm thinking, you know, oil in the old grey matter. Considering things.
Come on, you can do that in a motor, can't you?
No, it's not the same. And young Justin giving me GBH of the ear holes.
I've never seen you think before.
Don't scoff. This is a command decision. You don't have these problems. Have you ever put your hand in your pocket and come out with 18 grand? Of course not. It's beyond your experience, isn't it?
I've had a pull by the Inland Revenue.
Yeah, what is that? 2 bob. They probably owe you if you play your cards right. No, I'm talking about real money.
Well, have you got it?
Of course I have. But that's not the point. My money is tied up.
Well, can't you get it out of the bank?
Oh, yeah. Hello, Mr. Bank Manager. I've got 2,000 Hooky football tickets. Hardly a kitchen extension or a new roof, is it? I've got to sell the tickets. You're borrowing my own dough. And what happens if Alistair's pals don't want to buy? Well, supposing they do, and we get hijacked on the way back.
Hijacked?
Yep. Anything could happen. Earthquake.
Do what?
What has happened to Hamish the Growler?
Oh, I don't know.
No, nobody knows. Which is why I'm schlepping round the environs of... Where are we?
Swiss Cottage?
Yeah. Thinking. So just leave me alone.
Well, do you want us to wait, then?
Well, obviously, I won't be thinking all day, will I?
Shouldn't think so.
You do understand that this is not an investigation. I'm trying to elicit information. The thing is, we've lost track of you, Mr. McCann.
Really?
How would you describe your occupation?
Well, it's tricky, really, isn't it? I mean, it's just odds and ends, you know.
Self-employed?
Well, I get by, yeah.
Freelance, right?
Oh, I don't know.
What I'm trying to get at is your income, you know, haphazard it may be.
No, well, that's the word, actually. I'd use that. Haphazard. I don't know.
Let's better try another tack. You haven't got a PAYE code number.
What's that?
Precisely. Oh, well, ignore that then. Unemployment benefit. Social Security supplementary benefit. You don't contribute to national insurance, or as we used to call it, stamping your cards.
No.
Mortgage, HP, credit card, pension fund. You've cracked it, haven't you?
Beg pardon?
The system. You haven't got a number. You're not a statistic. You're a spirit, a spectre. They hardly know about you. Where were you when they did the census?
I was out.
I bet you were. Thank you, Helga. They're amazing, aren't they? The best legs in the Department of Inland Revenue. Not a bad typist either. You know what you are, Mr. McCann? The Invisible Man. And where's your identity? What happens if we have a war? You'll dodge it. We've been after you for 7 years. During that period, you must have had some job.
Well, let me put it like this. I mean, take last week, for example, right? 2 nights, I was minding a boozer. They thought there might be a bit of bother, you know. Well, for that, I got 15 quid a night, a couple of sandwiches and a beer. I mean, you don't need an accountant for that, do you?
What are you saying? Are you a kind of itinerant bodyguard?
Well, yeah, sort of odd job man, you know.
Daley. Daley. Does that mean anything?
Sorry, what was the name?
Yes, Mr. Daley. Apparently you're his gardener.
His what?
Gardener. As in Percy Thrower. He was unavailable that week.
He hadn't even got a bleeding garden.
Oh, really?
No, but mind you, he has got a very big balcony. Yeah, he likes daffodils and busy lizards, things like that. He likes horticultural things, you know.
Minding the flowers, eh?
That's it, you got it in one, yeah. How much do I get?
Let's have a look. Ah, yes, the financial year, April 1982, £1,500. That's more or less £30 a week. It's creeping up, isn't it? What with the occasional stint at a boozer and other odds and ends, suddenly you find you're liable to pay tax. Unless you want to say that Mr. Daley is falsifying his claims and books.
No, look. Now, what do you call me earlier? An itinerant bodyguard, right? Well, sometimes I double up as a sort of freelance troubleshooter gardener.
You're long enough, weren't you?
Was I?
This is a very important day today. I put my life on the line.
Clothesline, was it? In the garden?
Eh?
Give us a large whiskey, mate.
You don't drink whiskey.
No, I'll tell you what, make it a treble.
No, look, we've got no time for that. We're on a tight schedule.
Now, does your garden grow, eh? You owe me 1,500 sovs.
What are you talking about?
Your trusty old retainer. Me, the one with manure on his wellies, the gardener. And you've been a bit too clever this time, Sunshine. You've been sussed. Well, come on, pay the man.
So,
cheers, Arthur.
You didn't grass on me, did you?
Of course. Anyway, what do you know about grass, eh? You haven't even got a bleeding garden, have you? You put me right in it. Right in a compost. Funny thing is, of course, you'll get away with it, won't you? But I won't. I'm being assessed now, aren't I? There's forms, letters, appeals.
Tom.
I was on a right result, and all then the geezer came up with your annual financial statement. Now, that's got to be the greatest story ever told, isn't it?
Look, you don't understand.
I understand 1,500 sovs.
You're getting a drink out of it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, make it a watering can full.
Look, it is more important that I should be solvent than you.
Who says?
I do. And I am the brains in this organisation, remember?
Now, I'll tell you what you should remember.
Oh, have a look. What?
Those legs. Should get a Nobel Prize.
Honestly, look, we're talking about important matters and all you can rabbit on about is legs. Is that the only topic that exercises your mind?
Oh, I like Bristols and all.
No wonder you're bottom of the heap. Handyman and occasional gardener. A civilian Terence. An ordinary, everyday Wally. Careful. Brings back fond memories, eh, Benno?
Yeah.
I was always a great fan of yours. I never understood why Greenwood didn't make more use of you.
Bit of an expert, are we?
What? Oh, yeah. I know 'em all. Mooro, Greavesy, Bawley and Bestie, Dobbo, Robbo, Sniffer, Chopper. Oh, yeah, I know 'em all.
Groucho and Harpo.
What did they play for? Audience?
Bit of a jester, eh, Benno? All right. Where do we go to meet the man with his tickets?
In his office. You give me the money, and I give it to him. I'm in and out in 3 minutes.
What? I don't even get to meet him?
Well, he's a bit worried.
He's worried? Oh, that is lovely, isn't it? I've got to let you have 18 grand in cold blood.
You bastard! Benny, you nearly killed that geezer.
So? What is more important, life or money?
Teddy, let's go.
Is that them?
We've cracked it.
Coming.
Anyone follow you out?
No. Stop worrying, will you?
Stop worrying. Gold dust. Do you know what these are worth?
Now, go on.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But when them little jocks see these, they'll start drooling.
Drooling a bit yourself, aren't you?
Well, why not? This is the easy bit, eh? Now it's off to bonny Scotland.
I don't want to go to Scotland.
Well, you don't come to Scotland, you don't get weighed in.
Well, why?
Why? Because you're our credibility, that's why. They don't take no prisoners up there, you know. What chances will we have with 2,000 tickets?
No chance.
No, we'd all end up wearing blue circle overcoats and being taken for a paddle in the Clyde. No, Benno. For the next few days, it's down to man-to-man marking.
That's a bit tasty, Sal.
What?
The old shag wagon.
Oh, yeah. Arthur thinks it's for hunting, shooting and fishing, doesn't he?
Ah, that cute.
Go around the side.
Oi, did you go before you came out, Justine? It's a very long trip.
Ha ha.
Got your passport, Terry? Had your phrase book?
What are you on about?
You're all foreigners from now on. Nobody speaks English north of Tottenham. Did your mum ever tell you that?
Are we going to follow them all the way?
They got to stop sometime for a pee or whatever. I think I'll have a word with Mr. Daley then.
It's your inaugural visit to Spaghetti Junction, is it, Arthur?
Inaugural. Very funny, Terence. I'm telling you, we should have stayed on the M1. Everybody knows the M1 goes to Scotland.
Yeah, but not to Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Daley's magical mystery tour, eh?
I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow town. There's something the matter with Glasgow, 'cause it's going round and round. I'm only a common old working man, as anyone else can see. But when I've had a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Glasgow belongs to me. Speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing, over the sailors cry. Carry the lad, what's born a big kid, over the sea to sky.
What they slowed down for?
I think they got a bit of trouble.
Oh, good.
You've overeaten it. You've gone and broken it.
Talking about it's a pile of rubbish in the first place. That's why you haven't been able to sell it.
Look, get in here, where the service is.
Yeah, all right, all right.
Can you have a look at this, Squire?
Gasket,
You haven't had a look at it yet.
gasket, and thermostat.
Look, Squire, I'm trade. How long?
Couple of hours.
The engine was as good as the people.
I'm going to Scotland.
You in the air?
I told you, Squire, I'm trade.
Yeah, well, it'll still be 2 hours. I've got to get the spares, rent another garage for 22 mile.
I tell you what, Squire, it'll be a nice drinking it for you.
Oh, tar. Oh, it'll be about an hour and 50 minutes.
Ta.
What was all that Squire stuff?
Well, we're up north, aren't we? They like all that rustic stuff, you know. Where's tickets?
Well, you got them, haven't you?
Don't you let that out of your sight again.
Me? You're supposed to be looking after it.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be looking after me. I mean, up the road, Scotland, the Badlands, with patches round every corner, lurking in every pea-brock.
Cool, look at that.
It's a wilderness, isn't it?
Yeah. No wonder Adrian built that wall.
Eh?
He didn't have any football tickets, did he?
We should have come in an armoured car. I mean, we're talking about 50 grand street value. I mean, never mind your illegal substances, them little jocks have killed one of them tickets. And that Alistair with his Financial Times, what's he all about? You keep an eye on him.
Oh, I will, Major.
Major?
Made you turn round, didn't it? Now, hopefully, you might even buy me a cup of tea.
What I really fancied was a pina colada.
It's all from Glasgow.
Follow him.
What for?
I want to know where he's going.
He's going to make a phone call.
Yeah, I want to know who to.
Do you?
Talking to someone on the dock.
That's what he said he was going to do.
Wonder who it is.
Well, ask him.
Do you know him?
Yeah. Do you?
Well, I had to tell him.
What?
Us and the tickets.
Oh, thank you.
Well, he was going to give me a pasting, so I told him.
What did you tell him?
You'll have to settle with him, I told him. The governor, the Don of Dons. And he weren't all that impressed.
Well, you didn't say it in Italian, did you?
No, well, I haven't got that far in the book. Anyway, you're not worried, are you? I mean, what about the old days, you know, all the gang warfare at the Brighton racecourses, eh?
That was before the war, Justine.
Was it? Well, what about all the street corner bookies and the Soho Spielers before the Gaming Act? And that shootout at Mr. Smith's with the what's-his-name family and the Thingy twins?
Your yearning for nostalgia is morbid.
I'm just trying to learn, aren't I?
Yeah, well, the first thing to learn is don't say nothing to nobody.
But the geezer was trying to strangle me.
Particularly people who are trying to strangle you.
Let go, behave yourself.
Arthur, Phil would like to see you.
I'm here.
We tried to find you last night. Went to all the usual haunts, but you'd had early night. Imagine you on the high road to Scotland, eh?
It's the Winchester annual trip.
Yeah, well, Phil's in his motor looking at the afternoon film.
Oh, yeah, what is it? Stranglers in the night?
Mr. Daley's in a meeting.
Shut your mouth, kid. You nearly copped it earlier.
Yeah, see what I mean? I told you, didn't I, see?
Reduce the volume, Justine. Yeah, I'll be there directly.
Yeah. Buona notte.
That's good night.
Is it? Yeah, but he don't know that, does he?
Johnny, gets so late.
Good match, was it?
What match?
Well, I assume you've been to a football match.
Mm-hmm. That was 2 years ago, Hamburg. Hey, do you think they kept my job open?
No, but I think they've got a nice gyro check waiting for you.
What month is it?
March.
And the days fly.
He'd have bought a ticket.
What about Phil?
He's bigger than Phil.
Don't worry about Phil. Guard that with your life. Just cover me.
Oh, I will.
Where are you going?
Just going for a leak.
You're a lucky man.
You about? You going mad?
I've got egg on my face. You're going to have blood on your throat.
What have I done? Leave it out?
You must think they're mental up there.
Now, look, it's quite clear you've got the upper hand, something.
I'm a civilized man. An accountant. I don't do things like this, pushing people around toilets.
Then stop.
I went to an academy. I've got letters after my name.
Yeah, but what one?
Forgeries. How could you do it? It's football.
What are you on about?
I've been on the phone since we got here. They know. They know.
Who?
My associates. They've got friends at Wembley, contacts in the ticket office. They've checked the postal applications. There are no missing tickets. You're flogging forgeries.
I thought you were Steve Benson. Could you,
Yeah, sure.
I saw you against City about 10 years ago when I was a kid. 2 late goals and then you got booked. Not many like you now, eh, Steve?
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
Cheers.
Sorry about that. He's got a good memory.
Do you ever think of going into management?
With my record, they want stable characters. They don't want guys like me. You know, in the gossip columns, into court, into scrapes. I'd be a bad influence on the players.
Well, what about...
And if you're about to say, why don't I buy a pub? I've had 2. And a restaurant and a sports shop. Selling tracksuits to middle-aged joggers.
What about America?
Even America don't want to know about me. Got any other ideas?
Mini cabin?
Lost me license 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're talking about my career, Justin.
What career? Toe rag.
I like George Formby.
And Will Hay. I mean, it's better than racing. Have I done anything against you?
Never.
Precisely. I've got 400 tickets for England-Scotland game. But it's not enough. I meet you on the motorway, by chance, and you say you've got 2,000. It's a question of respect. I'm known as the man who runs the ticket market. That's why I'm going to Glasgow. Suddenly, Arthur, you're a threat.
Me?
And a threat has to be curtailed. Or destroyed.
Well, now that you explain, I do understand your problem.
It's not my problem. It's your problem. Peace or war. Simple.
Well, be quite honest, Phil. I'm not all that crazy about the ticket business. I don't trust them wee jocks.
You have to understand minorities.
Yeah, well, you've obviously got the gift. Well, Phil, look, you can have the tickets. 2,000 8-quid tickets. 35 grand.
You're talking about silly money. I'll give you half.
I've got to make a small margin of profit.
I'll get booked for that, shouldn't I, son? Now, I hope you haven't spent that money.
22 and a half.
I don't know, Arthur. There might be a steward's inquiry now.
Eh? How could you do a thing like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Professional foul, was it?
Yeah, something like that. Well, you get desperate, don't you?
No, you don't.
What about the bloke in the office at Wembley?
There wasn't a bloke in the office. I stashed the tickets in the loo the night before.
It gets worse.
Well, we nearly got away with it.
We, he says.
Well, you would have taken the money.
I nearly had a deal there with old Phil.
Ah, but that would have been dishonest, wouldn't it?
I didn't know they were forgeries at that point. Now Phil's gone off with Alistair to Glasgow.
Anyway, you'll get your money back.
Oh, yeah? What about the 3% interest on the 18 grand? And a petrol, and a gasket, and a thermostat, and all them pies and biscuits, and all the aggravation?
That's right. In the old days, that would have been a definite kneecap job, wouldn't it, Arthur? And I'll tell you what, mate, as soon as I get out, I'm going to make it all up to you. Because, I mean, like, we're partners now, aren't we?
Justine, I never, ever want to see you again. Or hear you again.
Nah, leave it, eh? Just as we was getting on.
No, Justine, finito.
I think he means arrivederci.
Valari.
Ciao, ciao, bambino.
Auf Wiedersehen.
On your bike.
Pizza off.
Perhaps we should have used them as compost for your garden, Arthur.